Alright, so here is the gear that I'll be bringing climbing. Get some of the footwear out of the way. Basically, I'll have a pair of approach shoes, so you do a bunch of the miles in this stuff here until you get up high and hit the glacier. Then we'll stash these under a rock, swap into the red boots, which are Gore-Tex and kind of breathable and kind of waterproof, but definitely these are really light boots and comfortable, and you can put crampons on them. Pretty nice shoes. And of course we'll bring up a pair of climbing shoes as well. So hopefully we'll be climbing out some. Up at the camp we'll have we'll have to make a camp. There's a be a tent and stuff. So I've got 2 sleeping bags and 2 pad options. Probably I bring both pads. It's kind of a pretty thick, but reasonably lightweight close-cell pad. This is in a little inflatable deal, which is nice for some extra cushion. And then this sleeping bag is a synthetic. It's rated to 15. Probably would have gotten one rated to 20 if I found one, but this 15 one is lighter than all the ones that I found, so it might be slightly over warm, but I don't know, there's definitely worse things than that. And I've got a super light. This is like a Marmot Pounder. I think it's rated at 35 or 40 or so, which probably won't take up the mountain, but I don't know. It depends on what we do. You got some options for what you want to bring. Also, we'll be bringing this bivy sack, which is pretty light. So between the 2 of these and the bivy sack, you got a lot of options for different temperatures and weights and sizes and stuff like that. In terms of sort of glacier and ice climbing, that kind of stuff, we'll have a set of crampons, clip onto the red boots, and these are assembled from 2 different pairs of crampons, a kind of light steel front half so that the tips are nice and strong, and then an aluminum back half, just to save some weight. And those go on the red boots pretty easy. Then some lightweight tools, we got leashes, they unclip pretty easily. It's kind of nice. The only thing is you could be using these for snow travel too, so this profile is a little suboptimal in terms of plunging into snow, but it works enough. Be bringing a pair of poles up to the camp into the base of the climb. And then obviously harness, helmet, and shock bags, all kind of typical stuff that hopefully you get to dig that kind of stuff out because you're climbing down the rocks and it's all dry and nice weather. We'll have this basic kind of rope ascending package. We've got the ascenders, clip on the rope, and we've got some kind of lanyard things to hook into there, and foot stirrups, and so you get a set of these all hooked up together. And with this in one hand, another set in the other, you can climb up the ropes, and there's usually a fixed rope often over the bergschrund at the bottom of the climb, and some of the climbs could be kind of aid or French free, and if it's aid, you just want to climb up the rope, and there'll often be there's a lot of timing concerns, so if it's a super difficult pitch or something, one person might take a long time to get up there, and then everyone else just needs to get up fast. So that, and then also in the snow ice, we have some ice screws. We will have a basic set of cams, the doubles in the sort of main, kind of hand finger size range. A set of stoppers. And this is kind of the junk that hangs on your harness here. You've got, probably this is all stuff that I would leave down the hill for kind of cragging. This is probably what I'll bring up. A couple of lockers, a couple of super light lockers, one bigger with nice round stock on it, and an ATC guide. This is a self-locker from above. Got the nut tool for removing gear from the rocks, and little kind of semi-emergency kit. You got a couple prusik cords or cords you can use for whatever, and a little T-block for it can help you ascend a rope as well, and a little knife in case you need to cut anything. That stuff hopefully just clips in the back of the harness if you ever see it. You can probably climb up with water in the pack, or maybe one of these clipped on your harness, depending on different routes you're doing. You might go up with some of that stuff. And then we've got a whole bunch of slings, and these are the kind of alpine deal slings where you got one length and then you can sort of extend it. So it's good for clipping gear, especially wandering. These are longer, the double sort of long shoulder length slings. Get a bunch of those. And then we'll have a bunch of spare leaders as well. This stuff, all this stuff here is basically group climbing gear, for the whole climbing party. And this stuff over here is my personal climbing gear. Everybody's going to have that sort of collection of business. And that is basically it. And what we'll be climbing with that, and a whole bunch of food and